Sports time now, and we head over to the sports studio and say good evening to Damien Best. Damien, so you're telling me the T20 World Cup is still on?
Well, Shane, we can only hope and pray that it is a go for later on in the year. That's right. Well, plans for the 2020 ICC T20 World Cup to be held in October remain in place, but organizers in Australia are exploring all other options given the uncertainty over global health. Now, a meeting of the International Cricket Council's Chief Executives Committee was held via conference call today, with the men's tournament being one of the leading issues for discussion. In the midst of the coronavirus pandemic and with several major nations in lockdown, the idea of a 16-team tournament of 45 matches in 29 days, beginning in under 6 months, might seem improbable. And as such, a series of alternatives are being discussed behind the scenes. Postponement is seen as unattractive given the packed international calendar and also due to the importance of shared central revenues to most of the national boards. However, postponement is one of several options that will be given serious attention in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, the Women's World Cup in 2021 has greater breathing space, given it is due to take place in New Zealand next February. Switching sports now, former Barbados under-18 girls volleyball captain Ashley Jordan is home rather than in school at her American college. Now, she got out of the United States ahead of the coronavirus outbreak on the Western world, but now she can't get back just yet due to the continuing effects of the pandemic. The 20-year-old Jordan, who plays the setter and off-setter positions, left the state of Alabama just over a month ago, a location that has recorded nearly 5,600 cases of COVID-19 and at least 197 deaths. CBC's Mark Seal reports.
Ashley Jordan was settling down in her first year at Alabama A&M after switching from Savannah State University in Georgia when COVID-19 reared its proverbial ugly head. Jordan says Bama A&M were ahead of the game when it came to preparing for the pandemic. Majoring in accounting, they were using online classes from March 13th. That's a week before the virus shut everything down.
Our first preparation for COVID came about when we had a demo run through of virtual class. So essentially we don't physically go to class, you just sign on online and it's like you can see your professor. We use a platform called Zoom. So you can see your professor, see your classmates, the same scheduled class time, and that's how we had it for one day. I want to say it was a Friday, the end of the week. It was just one day, a trail run. Then on Monday, it was back to classes as normal. And this was before we even had any cases in Alabama. The university started preparing. I want to say Monday, we went back to school as usual. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we started hearing a lot of buzz as in how the university was planning to move forward from here. You started hearing stuff, oh, school is going to be canceled. And then I want to say the next official news I received was from the athletic department saying that all sports are finished for the spring, as in no more training sessions, nothing. That's when we really started to realize that things were getting serious.
However, by March 19th, she was back in Barbados, despite her coach preferring her to stay in Bama. Her parents were having none of that talk of staying in the U.S. She self-quarantined for 2 weeks, and she's been in BIM ever since then. Online classes are continuing, workouts are being done, but there is uncertainty as to if there'll be a season when the all clear is given.
They're exploring different options of maybe eliminating the preseason and just doing championships. They're talking about having no fans, limiting the amount of games we're playing. So right now, it's just a toss-up of what is going to happen in the future.
When college life does resume for her in Alabama, Ashley plans to join her team in their weekly community service activities, which include delivering clothing and other essentials to the elderly. On the court, hopefully, she'll lead Alabama A&M to a title. Mark Seal, CBC Sports.
We head back over to the sports studio now and welcome back Damien. What do you have for us in the second half?
More cancellations, Shane. Well, don't expect to see any schools or summer vacation next-gen basketball tournaments anytime soon. That's the word from Zahir Mutara, the founder of Next Generation Athletics and Basketball Academy. Mutara, who has been heading the operations for the past 5 years since its inception, says the COVID-19 pandemic has dealt a big blow to their upcoming youth programs.
We would have had Easter camp planned for 2 weeks during the holidays, and obviously that would have been called off immediately once we had some sort of indication that there would be a shutdown, to give people heads up that we would no longer have that. And then normally we start back with our academy on during the school term, and obviously no, that wouldn't be possible most likely for this entire term. And then you're looking at summer vacation, where we usually get a lot of work done with camps. Everyone has a lot of camps going on. Sports Council camp, then we have the Next Gen camp, which is also looking in doubt. So we have to look forward now to see what is going to happen. Everything is up in the air right now, and I think worldwide everyone is pretty much on a wait and see. So we just have to take it by ear.
Despite that setback, Mutara says online programs are in place to help athletes stay active.
What we have been doing is we have some coaches who work with our program from overseas, and they have been doing pretty much Instagram live workouts daily. So we try to send out links to our kids and to anyone who's interested about taking part in those workouts at home, where they can stay active in terms of basketball and other sports and other disciplines as well, just being fit and staying active. So we've been doing that daily on Instagram Live. A lot of people carry out workouts and fitness stuff on that. And then also we had some discussions about on Instagram Live as well, with athletes working out and staying busy during this quarantine period, and about using the time to your advantage, because now you're pretty much home and you have a lot of time on hand. You can use it to your advantage, that when it's all over, that you come back a stronger person, physically, mentally, and more skilled in your sport. And whatever you do, you should use it as a time to really step up your game pretty much.
Definitely. Well, we're going to end with this one. The sport of archery hasn't been spared either from the wrath of the COVID-19 pandemic, forcing the shutdown of all tournaments in the region and worldwide. President of World Archery of Barbados, Veronica Laurie, says despite this, the global body has not forgotten its members, providing online competitions to keep archers active.
The COVID-19 pandemic has meant the postponement or cancellation of all local, regional and international competitions for archery. World Archery have released training videos and tips on how to keep on form while on lockdown. There is also a weekly competition that archers who can shoot at home can compete in by sending in pictures of their target faces. Other than that, we are waiting for the curfew to be lifted so that we can get back to shooting 50 and 70 meters.